Our next point is gravitational potential energy. We have studied potential energy in last standard. Definition of gravitational potential energy is the energy stored in an object because of its position or state is called potential energy. Formula for potential energy is given by potential energy is equal to mass of the object into acceleration due to gravity into height. So this potential energy depends on mass of the object and height of the object from the earth surface, because acceleration due to gravity is constant. Its value is 9.8 meter per second. So potential energy depends on mass of the object and height from the earth surface. So if you see, if this is the earth surface and that object is at height h, then it contains potential energy in it. As height increases, potential energy also increases. So formula for P mgh, we will modify this formula by putting value of acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity we have calculated with the help of this formula, where g is gravitational constant, capital M is mass of earth, and this is the distance of object from center of the earth, where r is radius of earth and h is height. That is here. It is the center of earth. This is the radius, and above that at height h that object is present. Means total distance of that object from the center is r plus h. That's why here we have taken r plus h. Now this value of acceleration due to gravity, just we will put in this formula. M as it is, value of g is here, and h will also become, that is h is nothing but height of the object. That's why it will become r plus h. That is total distance from center to object. So it is r plus h. Now it is r plus h bracket square, and here it is multiplied with r plus h. It is in denominator, it is in numerator. So just one bracket will get cancelled, and out of the square only one will remain. So total formula will be modified into m as it is, g, m and r plus h. So P in terms of acceleration due to gravity or mass of the earth will be given as g, m divided by r plus h. But this potential energy has negative sign. What is that negative sign indicates? We will see. Suppose this is the building, and on this building at height h the object is present. Now due to this height or its specific position, this object is having particular P. That object is having now P. It is not having kinetic energy, just it is having potential energy. Suppose that object we will drop from the top of the building and it will start to come down. Now what will happen? The object is here, suppose. At this point what will happen? That object is moving now. So it will gain kinetic energy. So here it gains kinetic energy and potential energy reduces. So as the object is coming down, potential energy reduces, and when it will reach at the bottom at the surface of earth, P will be 0 that time, and it will only get kinetic energy. So when the object is moving from particular height towards the earth, its P decreases, and this decrease is shown by negative sign. Now here we are going to consider two specific cases about potential energy in the object. When the object is on the surface of earth, and second case is when the object is at infinite distance from earth. Formula for potential energy, we know that it is given by minus gmm divided by r plus h. Now when the object will be on the surface of earth, this height will be equal to 0. Only radius will be present, that is the object is present on the surface. So this distance only matters, that is r. Here h will be 0. So put here 0. H will go. Just formula will be G m divided by r. So this is the amount of potential energy when the object is on the surface of earth. Second case is at the infinite distance from the earth. Infinite distance means object is very far away from the earth surface. So for that h we have to take infinity. So minus G m divided by r plus infinity. Thus this total term will become infinity. In infinity r is added means again infinity. That's why this whole term becomes infinity. So something upon infinity, its answer will be 0, or 1 upon infinity, its answer will be 0. So when the object is at infinite distance from the earth, its potential energy will be 0.
Gravitational potential energy is the energy acquired by the body due to its position in the gravitational field. The energy that is produced in kinetic energy and potential energy. For example, when an object of mass m with an acceleration due to gravity g falls from a distance or height h. When the object falls from height h from rest position, it falls with potential energy P with zero kinetic energy. When it is falling towards the earth, after some distance, it loses potential energy and gains kinetic energy. When it reaches the earth, it lost potential energy completely and gains kinetic energy Ke. Thus, potential energy of a freely falling body is equal to its mass times height at constant gravitational force. Therefore, Pe is equal to mgh. The acceleration due to gravity is constant if the value of g is 9.8 meter per second square.
Our next point is escape velocity. Before starting this point, I want to ask one question. We are launching artificial satellites above the earth approximately at the distance 35,000 km. That satellites we are using for various purposes. For example, communication, broadcast, etc. Why that satellites are not coming down towards the earth? Because we know that earth is applying gravitational force on every object. So that satellite should come again down towards the earth. But it is not happening. That satellites are revolving in particular circular orbits around the earth. They are not coming down. What is the reason behind that? Because gravitational force of earth is acting on the object up to particular heights. Up to particular heights, this gravitation has certain value. But once the distance is increased beyond certain limit, or it will be very large, then this acceleration due to gravity or gravity of the earth becomes 0. And as gravity becomes 0, the earth is not pulling that object towards it with any force. So that object will not be under the influence of gravitational force of earth. So that object starts to rotate around the earth and it is not coming down. What is the reason? The gravity becomes 0 at higher heights, very higher heights. But to launch these satellites at these greater heights, we have to force or push that satellite from the earth's surface with that velocity so that it can escape the downward pull of Earth. And that velocity is nothing but escape velocity. Escape velocity is defined as it is the velocity with which the object should be projected, pushed, or launched so that it can overcome the downward pull by Earth and can escape the Earth forever. And after that, it will not come back to the Earth. This velocity is called escape velocity. Now question is that how to determine the value of that escape velocity, with which velocity the object should be projected so that it can go beyond the gravitational pull. For that, consider one example. Suppose this ball I want to throw in the sky. For that, I have to give some initial velocity to that ball. So for this ball, initial velocity will be x, any value. So when that ball starts to go up in the sky, what will happen? The gravity will try to pull it downward. Due to that, its velocity starts to decrease. And when it will reach at particular height, the velocity becomes 0. So for the upward case, just see, initial velocity of the ball was having certain value. It starts to decrease as it go up due to gravity. And when it reaches particular height, its final velocity becomes 0. And from that, it starts to come down. Suppose that ball has reached maximum height of h1. Now the same ball we will throw with some more velocity. Then it will reach to the higher heights or more height. It will cover larger height, and that height is suppose h2. Again suppose third case, again with more force than this case, second case we are launching. Then that again it will go to higher heights and it will come back. In this way, the maximum height the ball can cover depends on what? Its initial velocity. For that example of that satellite also consider, we are sending them at the height of 35,000 kilometer. To reach at particular height, we have to give some specific escape velocity for them also. And how to calculate that escape velocity? That escape velocity can be calculated with the help of Newton's third equation of motion. How? We will see. So Newton's third equation is given as v square is equal to u square plus 2as, where u is equal to initial velocity of the object, v is equal to final velocity, a is equal to acceleration, and s is equal to height or displacement of that object. So when we want any object to launch in upward direction, we are launching that with the help of some initial velocity. So for this case, u will be having some value. When that object is moving in upward direction, it is experiencing the acceleration due to gravity, and that acceleration pulls the object towards the earth, due to which the velocity of that object reduces, and that's why acceleration is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, and it is having negative sign. Negative sign indicates that velocity is decreasing. So here a is become minus g. When that object goes in the upward direction, it will reach at particular height where the final velocity of the object becomes 0. So when v is equal to 0. So these three values for the object moving in upward direction we are having. Just these values we will put here in third equation of Newton's laws of motion. So V is 0. So 0 is equal to u square is having certain value. So as it is u square 2 value of A is minus G. So that minus will come here, G and S as it is, because it is reaching to its particular height, that is S. So from this equation we are interested in S, that is the height obtained or attained by the object. So just we will convert this equation for the value of S. So u square is equal to 2gs. So S will be u square divided by 2g. So this is the maximum height attained by object when it is thrown vertically upwards. In your textbook, value of S is equal to minus u square by 2g is given, but that minus, here you can see this minus is not correct, it is wrong. Value of S is just positive u square by 2g. So from this formula you can see that the height attained by object is directly proportional to initial velocity. If you will increase initial velocity, it will reach to higher heights. Thus, higher the initial velocity u, larger is the height reached by ball. The reason for this is that the higher the initial velocity, the ball will oppose the gravity of Earth more, and larger will be the height to which it can reach. We have seen above that value of acceleration due to gravity keeps decreasing as we go to higher heights above the surface of Earth. Thus, the force pulling the ball downward decreases as ball goes up. If we keep increasing the initial velocity of ball, it will reach larger and larger heights, and above a particular value of initial velocity of the ball is able to overcome the downward pull by the Earth, and so it can escape the Earth forever and will not fall back on the Earth. This velocity is called escape velocity. We can determine its value by using law of conservation of energy. Statement of law of conservation of energy is that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to other form. By using this law of conservation of energy, we can determine the value of escape velocity which is needed for the object while launching so that it can escape Earth's gravitational pull. For example, suppose this satellite we are going to launch from Earth's surface. That satellite should be launched from the Earth's surface with the velocity equal to v escape velocity. Then only it is possible for that satellite to go at particular higher height and it will not come back again. For that we have to consider two cases for an object of mass m. First case is when that object is on the surface of Earth, and second is when that object is at infinite distance from the Earth. Infinite means very, very long distance. Now just now we have seen that law of conservation of energy states energy can be transformed from one to other form and no energy can be created or destroyed. So the object which is on the surface of earth, it has two types of energies. They are kinetic and potential. On the surface of earth, kinetic energy of the object is given by half into mv square and potential energy contained in that object is given by minus gmm divided by r. Now this total energy of the object is nothing but addition of these two energies. So total energy contained in that object is, suppose E1, that will be addition of kinetic energy and potential energy. So just add these two, first and second, we will get this. So this is the energy E1 when the object is on the surface of earth. Now second, when the object is at infinite distance from the earth. Now here kinetic energy of the object at infinite distance will be 0. Why it is 0? Because acceleration due to gravity is given by formula gm upon r plus h. So as height increases, acceleration due to gravity decreases because they both are in inverse proportion. So at infinite height, value of g will be approximately 0. And as no gravity is acting on the satellite, it will be in rest position and it will not move. That's why its kinetic energy will be 0. Now potential energy of the object at infinite distance is given by formula minus gmm divided by r. Now here as distance becomes infinity, 1 upon infinity will be 0. So potential energy contained in the object will be 0. Now the total energy contained in this object is suppose E2. That will be addition of kinetic energy and potential energy. As both the energies are 0, total energy in the object at distance infinity will be 0. But according to principle of conservation of energy, no energy is created and no energy is destroyed. That's why these both energies should be same because object is same. That's why energy also should same. That's why E1 is equal to E2. So value of E1 is this from here and value of E2 is 0. That is E1 is equal to E2. So from this we are interested in calculation of V escape. So just we will try to find value of V escape. For that this whole term we will shift next to equal to sign. So equation will become half mv square is equal to gmm divided by r. Now this half we will send here, then it will become 2. So mv square is equal to 2 gmm divided by r. Now m is also we don't want, just shift here. V square is equal to 2 gmm whole divided by r. Here m was in numerator, it will go in denominator and gets cancelled. So remaining term is just 2 gm divided by r is equal to v square escape. But v will be under root of 2 gm divided by r. As it is square, we have to take square root. So value of V escape will be equal to under root 2 gravitational constant into mass of earth divided by radius of earth. If this value we want In terms of acceleration due to gravity, it will be under root 2 acceleration due to gravity into r. How this formula has come? We know that acceleration due to gravity is gm divided by r square. Out of this, gm divided by r is there. Only one r is missing. So to this, if we will multiply and divide by r, then this term will become g. So 2g and r. In this way, this formula is coming as 2 acceleration due to gravity into r whole is under root. Now we know that value of acceleration due to gravity is approximately 9.8 meter per second square. Radius of earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. These values we will put in this formula. It will become 2 into 9.8 into 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. If we will solve this, we will get answer 11.2 kilometer per second. That is the value of V escape. So if spacecrafts which we are sending on moon or other planets have to have their initial velocities larger than escape velocity, that is larger than this value, so that they can overcome Earth's gravitational attraction and can travel to these objects. So in this way, we have finished our first chapter. In next lecture, I am going to focus on exercise and numericals.
GR, escape velocity. The minimum vertical velocity required for an object to escape from the gravitational influence of a planet is known as escape velocity. It is denoted by VE. Expression for escape velocity. Consider a body, rocket of mass m, on the surface of the planet Earth of mass m and radius r. To find the minimum velocity, VE, which will cause the rocket to escape the Earth's gravity, assume kinetic energy of distant rocket is also equal to 0. As the body is moving away from the planet, it is losing kinetic energy Ke and gaining gravitational potential energy GPe. If the mass of the rocket is m, then GPe it possesses at the surface of the planet is, we know, gravitational potential is equal to minus gm by r. If we brought the object from infinity to the surface of the planet, the work done is stored as gravitational potential. Gravitational potential energy of the system is equal to gravitational potential into mass of the body. GPe is equal to minus gmm by r. The negative sign indicates that the object is attracted by the planet. To escape from the gravitational field of the planet Earth, the object, which is projected, should have kinetic energy which is equal to the gravitational potential energy. Therefore, kinetic energy of the body, Ke, is equal to minus half mv square. Therefore, minus half mv square is equal to minus gmm by r. Ve is equal to square root of 2gm by r. Also, we know that g is equal to minus gm by r square. That implies gr is equal to minus gm by r. Ve is equal to square root of 2gm by r. Therefore, Ve is equal to square root of 2gr. This is the expression for escape velocity.